Hello students, welcome to the lecture 2 of the rotational motion. Okay, till now what we covered? We simply covered the moment of inertia of ring, rod, disc and sphere with complete integration. Means we will get the idea of integration, that why there is a need of integration and how to integrate. Okay, so if that is clear now, you can easily understand the new topic, that is variable mass distribution. Here in previous case, the rod is having uniformly distributed mass, that is mass m and length l. But here the mass per unit length is actually varying with distance x. Means from here if we move a distance x, from here if we move a distance x, so the mass per unit length is this, lambda equals to lambda naught into x. And if we keep on moving in this direction, so what will happen? The x is increasing, so this lambda will keep on increasing. So what you can say, that this outer parts are more dense as compared to this part because lambda is less. So what is the moment of inertia of this rod if it will rotate about this axis? So there will be again infinite number of point particles will be there. So how to solve? You simply write the moment of inertia of one particle, you integrate with proper limits, you will get the total moment of inertia. Okay, so di we want to calculate. So what I will do, x पे जाके if I consider one dx, suppose this, okay, this part I am taking. Now to get the mass of this part, it will be quite difficult if you want to get the mass of that part. X पे if we move, this is the length dx, okay. So here what is the mass per unit length? We are at a distance x, so mass per unit length is lambda into x. So into length we have to multiply because it is nothing but mass per unit length. So mass के लिए what we need to do? Into x, into length. So the mass of this part dm will be equals to lambda naught into x is the mass per unit length into what is the length of the particle dx. So this is the mass, and it is rotating. How it is rotating? It is rotating like this. Okay. So you can write the moment of inertia of this particle. So di what you can write? You can write dm into x square, that is the point particle. So this is the dm into x square. Clear? So I will be what? Integration of lambda naught x cube into dx, and proper limits. Limit means what? To cover the complete rod, x will be equals to 0, here it will start, and here x will be equals to l because length is l. So 0 to l, you simply put the limit 0 to l. So what I you will get? That I have written lambda naught l power 4 by 4. This is the answer. So how to solve? I think you got it. You have to take simple one point mass. You have to calculate the moment of inertia of this point mass if it will rotate about this axis, and you have to integrate with proper limits. Okay. So I hope this is clear. Now we'll move to the next problem of variable mass distribution. Okay. Here you see disk is given. Disk may if I move a distance r from the center like this, distance r, so all the point will have same mass per unit area. It is mass per unit area. Clear? So this time what we can say, it will not be equal to mr square by 2 because that is for the disk where mass is uniformly distributed. Here what is happening? Ki if r is changing, means if you move to the circumference, so r will be capital R, so it will be capital R square. At exactly r equals to r by 2, it will be r by 2 square. So mass per unit area is changing now. It means again if you move to the outer surface, so it will be more dense and inner will be lighter. So what we can say? Ki we need to integrate because it is made up of what? Infinite number of rings, you can say. It is made up of infinite number of rings. So I will simply write the moment of inertia of one ring, and then I will integrate with proper limits. Okay. So what I am going to do, r पे जाके if I take one dr part, dr thickness ring like this. देखो, this is the ring if I consider. Okay. So if I make the same ring here, so what will happen? Suppose this is the ring that I took there. So what we can say? This is the axis. Now we need to actually calculate the mass of this ring. That what is the mass of this ring? So mass के लिए we need the area. Now can you tell me what we took? We took r पे जाके thickness is dr. तो the area will be, already I taught you, it will be 2 pi r dr. Clear? Now here the mass point area is what? Sigma naught into r square. Because all the points are at a distance r na, so this ring will have mass point area sigma naught into r square. So what will be the mass of this part? Dm if you write. So sigma naught into r square, it is mass point area into area, so 2 pi r dr. So this what we got, this dm is the mass of this ring and r is the radius. So what will be the moment of inertia if this will start rotating about this axis? So moment of inertia of this part will be what I can write, di will be equals to ring ka about this axis, it will be m into r square. Mass is given sigma naught into r square into 2 pi r dr. This is the mass into r square. R is this, radius r, so it is r square, it is the mass. Okay, now we need to integrate to get the I na. What we need to do, if you want to get the I, so you need to integrate. Now can you tell me the limits? Can you tell me the limits? Yeah, it will be from r equals to 0, so it will cover the initial also, and r equals to capital R, so it will be outer. So 0 to capital R. Okay, so if I solve now, if I take the constants out, so 2 pi sigma naught I will get outside, 2 pi sigma, and it is r power 5 dr. Okay, 0 to r. So what we can say, r power 6 by 6. So answer will be pi sigma naught r power 6 by 3, because 2 say it will get cancelled. So this is the answer of this problem. This is the moment of inertia of this disk. Okay, now we'll move to this part. Here solid sphere, it means it is made up of infinite number of hollow spheres. Okay, and here the same thing, if you move a distance r na, so mass point volume is given, it is nothing but it is mass per unit volume. So you see the difference. If it is a rod, so it will be mass point length. If it is a disc, mass point area. If it is a solid sphere, it will be mass point volume. So to get the mass, we have to multiply with the volume of that. Now again we will do the same thing, r pe jaake dr. Okay, this I am doing r pe jaake dr. If I take, so yeah, this is the thickness dr. Now we need to calculate the volume of this part, this hollow sphere ka we need to calculate the volume. Can you tell me what will be the volume of this part? I already told, surface area into thickness. So the dv of this part volume, if I write, it will be 4 pi r square, that will be surface area, into dr. This is dv. So what will the mass of this part, dm, if you want to write, so it will be what, density into volume. Density is what, rho naught into r at that point, into 4 pi r square dr. So what I will get, 4 pi rho naught into r cube dr. This I will get na, 4 pi rho naught r cube dr. This is nothing but the mass of this part. Okay, the mass of this part is this dm and radius is r. Okay, so what I can say, कि the moment of inertia of that is nothing but it will be hollow sphere का क्या होता है, 2 by 3 mr square. 2 by 3 dm is 4 pi rho naught r cube into d. This is mass into radius is r square. Okay, so to get the complete I, we need to integrate. Now if I take the constant, so it will be 8 pi rho naught by 3, and it is nothing but r power 6 r power 5 into dr. Integrate, तो r power 6 by 6. अच्छा हाँ, तो I will get the answer that I have written. So answer that you will get is 4 pi rho naught r power 6 by 9. Okay, this is the answer that we will get. Okay, next problem, this one, annular disc. Okay, annular disc means what, ki inner part is hollow, it is, you can say this part we took out. Okay, so only this part is remaining, and the mass of this part is given m. So if it will rotate about this, so what will the moment of inertia? Now again what we'll do, it is a kind of disc only na, this part is hollow. So what we can say, ki it is made up of rings starting from this and ending at this. So what will the radius of the rings? Maximum radius will be r1, sorry, R2, and minimum will be R1. So only the limits will change. It will not be from 0 to R2. This is not the case. It will be from R1 to R2. Then we can integrate the complete disk. So what I will do now, same method. What method I will use? I will use, suppose R पे जाके if I take a ring, this ring, okay, so it is nothing but dr, it is dr and it is r. Now we need to calculate what will be the mass, and now this is nothing but it is not the question of variable na, the mass is m given. So what I will apply, कि this complete area में m is given, so what will be the mass of this area? Are you getting? This is r. Okay, so now can you tell me what will be the area of this part? dA. Simple, we took a ring na, so it will be 2 pi r dr. Now how to calculate the mass? It is not the variable mass problem, it is uniform only, but given the figure given is not a you can say regular figure. Okay, so we can write ki in pi of r2 square minus r1 square m mass is there. So in unit it will be m divided by pi of r2 square minus r1 square. So in this much, that is 2 pi r dr, what will be the mass? So we have to multiply m into 2 pi r dr divided by pi into r2 square minus r1 square. Pi cancel, so 2m r dr divided by r2 square minus r1 square. ये क्या आया? It is the mass of the ring that we took, and the radius is r. So what will the moment of inertia of this ring about this axis? It will be m r square. So mass we need to put. So what we can write? देखो, the small moment of inertia will be equals to mass, that is 2m r dr divided by r2 square minus r1 square. It is the mass into radius is r square. Okay, now we simply have to integrate this part. So limit will be from now r1 to r2. Are you getting? So what I will get, 2m is a constant now, it will be r power 4 by 4. ठीक है, so 2m by 4, it is nothing but r2 power 4 minus r1 power 4 divided by r2 square minus r1 square. Now what I should do, I will write it to be r2 का whole square, r2 square का whole square, r1 square whole square divided by r2 square minus r1 square. Now again I will write a square minus b square. So a minus b term will get cancelled. You will get only r2 square plus r1 square. Okay, so the answer that I will get will be equals to m by 2 r1 square plus r2 square. Okay, this is the answer. Okay, I think this question is clear. Now you see parallel axis theorem. Parallel axis में ना कि if there are two axes which are parallel to each other, if there are two axes, means suppose if the body will rotate about this, we can write it in the moment of inertia. If the body will rotate about this, we have to write the moment of inertia. So what is the condition? That the two axes should be parallel. That is the first condition. The two axes should be parallel. Okay, now this one should be passing through the center of mass. What you have to write, that one axis should be, यहाँ पे लिखो, you have to write these things actually, कि out of two axes one should be passing through center of mass. Okay, then only we can apply. One should be passing through the center of mass. Okay, so it is, suppose it is known ICOM. So what will be the I of this? If I want to write what will the I, so it will be equals to, first it will be equal to ICOM plus the mass of the body, that is given m, into the distance between the two axes, that is d. तो square of that d square. This is the thing that you have to remember. This is the parallel axis theorem. Have you got? This axis, suppose the axis that is passing through the center of mass, the moment of inertia is known, IC1. We want to calculate the moment of inertia about this axis, which is parallel to this axis and is at a distance of a. If the body will rotate about this axis, then what will the moment of inertia? So it will be IC1, means this part, plus m into the distance between the body whole square, distance between the axis ka whole square. Okay, so ICM you can't apply. Suppose one axis will be like this and one will be like this. We can't apply parallel between this, because even one axis is not passing through the center of mass. That is the most important condition for the parallel axis, that one should pass through the center of mass. So you have to remember this. Okay. Now suppose it is a kind of example that I will take. Like suppose about center of mass, it is given IC. If the body will rotate about center of mass, the moment of inertia will be IC. And these axes are parallel to this ICM. I1, I2, I3, we need to write the mass of the body is m. Okay, so simple. I1, if I write I1, so first ICM, that is IC plus m into. Now what is the distance between IC and I1? It is given a. So m into a square. It is clear. I2 will be equals to IC plus mass of the body into distance between the axis. So distance between axis is what? I2 and IC. It is b. Okay. Next, I3 is equals to IC plus m into 3 and c. It is c given. Okay. This is the case. I think you got some idea of parallel axis. Now what is perpendicular? देखो. Suppose this is a body and there are two axes like x and y that is lying in the plane of body. X and y are lying in the plane of the body, and z is perpendicular to the plane of the body. Z is perpendicular to the plane of the body. So if moment of inertia about this x, that is it is known Ix. If the body will rotate about y, it is Iy. And x and y are perpendicular to each other. X and y are also perpendicular to each other. They are also perpendicular. Means this, they are perpendicular. Okay. And z is perpendicular to both. Z is perpendicular to x also and z is perpendicular to y also. Means all the three axes are mutually perpendicular. Simple x, y and z. So if about x it is Ix, about y it is Iy. These two are lying in the plane of the body. So about this Iz, it will be Ix plus Iy. This is the thing you have to write, that Iz will be equals to Ix plus Iy. And here no need to apply that x. यहाँ पे Ix, Iy and Iz should be passing through center of mass. Should be passing through center of mass is not compulsory. There is no condition that it should pass through the center of mass. Okay. So I think it is clear. Or actually, when I will take example now, then you will get the clarity. Now, like suppose for a ring, we have to write I1, I2, I3. So what I can write? Can you tell me the I1? If the mass is m and radius is radius is r, so it will be what I1 is. Actually, it will be I1 will be equals to mr square, that we already know. Now this and this are parallel and it is passing through center of mass also. This is ICUM. So I can apply the parallel. So it will be mr square, that is this, plus m into the distance between these two axes, that is r. So mr square plus mr square, so it will be 2mr square. So I2 will be equals to 2mr square. Okay. Now if I want to calculate about I3, so what I will take, I have to apply the parallel perpendicular axis theorem. How I will apply? Dekho, you see. Suppose this is another diameter I am taking and these two are perpendicular. These two are perpendicular. So due to symmetry, if about this axis it is I3, so about this axis also it will be I3. Symmetry is there, na? Means suppose about this it is I2, so about this also I2. About circumference any point it will be I2 only. So that I am telling कि if it will rotate about this also it will be I3. Now can you tell I3 plus I3 will be equals to I1, because I1 is perpendicular to both. So if you apply this perpendicular axis theorem, so the perpendicular one will be equals to this plus this. So which is perpendicular? I1 equals to I3 plus I3. So what I can write? I1 will be equals to I3 plus I3. So I3 what I can write? I1 by 2. So this you have to remember कि about diameter na, it will always the half of this axis, that is perpendicular axis passing through center of mass. So I can write it will be equals to mr square by 2. I think it is clear. Okay. Now here you see for a disk I1 we know na, for a disk I1 is mr square by 2. I2 parallel axis you apply, this distance is given r, so parallel axis mein what I will get? Mr square by 2, it will be about center of mass because it is passing through the center of mass, plus m into r square, distance between them is r na, so it will be 3 mr square by 2. It is about which axis? It is about I2. Now about I3 I already told, I3 में क्या होगा? It will be I1 by 2, that we derived here, same condition. So I3 will be equals to I1 by 2, so it will be mr square by 4. Okay. Now I3 and I4 में I can apply the parallel axis, because this is parallel to this. I3 and I4 में we can apply parallel, and I1 and I2 में we can apply parallel, but I can't apply parallel between I1 and I4 because they are not parallel na. We need the parallel. So if you want to get I4 na, so you should apply the parallel with I3 only, and I3 is passing through center of mass, and I1 is also passing through center of mass. So if you want to get I2, you need to apply the parallel with I1 because they are parallel. If you want I4, you need to apply with I3. And I1 and I2 में this is passing through center of mass, that is I1. I4 and I3 में I3 is passing through center of mass, so that condition is also fulfilled. So I4 में what I can write? I4 will be equals to I3 plus m into distance between them is again r square, so it will be 5 mr square by 4. This is I4. Okay. So I think we got all the axis of ring and disk. Now we need to solve this problem. You see, this is the rod, this is the disk, this is a ring. If they rotate about this, what will be the moment of inertia? So simply first you write for I of rod. It is rotating about what? About center of mass and perpendicular to the rod. So ml square by 2l. It will be ml square by 2l. Okay. About this, so what we will do na, कि if this axis को if we displace and we took to the disk, so it will become this axis. So if I want to get about this axis, that is if I write I, we want this, so we need to write the, it is nothing but ICUM for the disk, and it is nothing but mr square by 2. For this axis we know na, this axis के लिए we know, so from this to this we can apply the parallel axis. So what is this distance? L by 2 plus r, because this is radius and this is L by 2. So I am going to apply the parallel. So I of disk what I can write? कि I mr square by 2 plus m into the distance, that is L by 2 plus r का whole square. Clear? Because about this axis the disk will have, about this axis we want to write about the, when it will rotate about this axis, it will be mr square by 2. Mr square by 2 plus m into this distance whole square, because we are applying between parallel of this and this. So I think it is clear. Distance is L by 2 plus r. You can write this also. The distance between this and this is L by 2 plus r. अच्छा, same case for ring also. If it will rotate about this, the moment of inertia of this part will be mr square. So about this again same distance. So I can write the I of the ring to be equals to, I of ring will be equals to m r square, that is about that axis, plus parallel में m into l/2 plus r whole square. Okay, so I of system will be what? You simply add that whatever rotating I of rod that we already got, plus I of disc plus I of ring. Okay, so you will get the answer. Here you see, in this case there are two rings, one is like this and one is passing through this like this, and they are rotating about this axis like this. Okay, so what will the moment of inertia? So there are two rings, so we have to individually write for this ring and this ring. So what you see, this is nothing but I center of mass of any ring, and it is equals to what? mr square. So we need to apply the parallel between these two. If it will rotate about this axis, so it will be mr square by 2. So if it will rotate, because they are parallel now, this axis is nothing but coming out, means you can imagine like this, this is the axis and this is that axis. If it will rotate about this, if it will rotate about this, so this we already know mr square, and about this, so this plus distance is r. So I of first ring about that axis will be nothing but equal to mr square plus m into r square. Acha, I of second ring, it may be difficult to understand. Like you see, this is the axis now. Now we need to take this axis parallel. You simply take parallel to this. So if I pass the axis like this, for this it will become the diameter. It is nothing but the diameter for this ring. You see, the axis about which it is rotating, like this one, is nothing but if I keep that axis parallel, so it will become this part, that is the diameter of this. So first we need to write for the diameter, like if I take this axis now, like if I take this axis, it is nothing but the diameter. So about this, what is the moment of inertia? You remember mr square by 4, and then you need to apply the parallel. So what is this distance? Distance between this and this. This is the axis about which it is rotating, like this. So the distance between this two is what you can say, it is 2r or it is r, 3r. Okay, it is 3r if it is rotating about this axis. Okay, 3r. So what I can write first, mr square by 4 plus m into 3r whole square. So here what you will get, mr square by 4 plus m into 3r ka whole square. Acha, it is ring na, so I think it will be mr square by 2. I think I did a mistake here. Be mr square. Ring ka about diameter, it will be mr square by 2. Okay, so mr square by 2 plus this. So 3 square 9, 9 into 2, 18 plus 19 mr square by 2, and it is 2 mr square. So I of system, if you want to write, so this plus this, so it will be 23 mr square by 2. This is the answer. Okay. So I think it is clear, the parallel axis and perpendicular axis. Next we will meet next lecture we will do the problem of rectangular plate, triangular plate, square, solid cylinder, cavity problem. Okay, so I think one more lecture is required, after that it will complete. Okay, so thank you.